Friday, October 1st, 2021. I was just about to lie down for my long sleep. You know, it's early afternoon, well, middle afternoon. I've been awake for a while. But I was just about to settle in, having run and eaten and showered and watched some YouTube. And then I had my glasses on. I was like, wait, oh, got something to say. So I put in my right contact, and because I'm immediately going to take it back out, and I thought about just taking off my glasses and recording blind, but I was like, I like to make a little eye contact, I guess. But anyway, I did make a post or two, but then also, this is, again, in another place, my 62 minutes, my 6.2 miles, my 10K, for the Linda Norgrove Foundation, in spirit, my run. So, I know it's not today. Well, I guess it already happened. But then they are doing theirs tomorrow, I think. And then also the swim, the wild swim, or something like that. I don't have water. I mean, there's water around, but I wouldn't swim in it. And I'd have to drive to go to wherever water is. Which is strange. It's strange to think of it that way, that I'd have to travel to find water to swim in. Unless there's a pool, then I'd have to buy permission to swim in the pool. And I think it's already closed for the season too, so I'd have to get a membership. And so anyway, I don't have access to water to swim in. And also I haven't swam in a long time. Not since Wisconsin, that's for sure. Yeah. Up in the St. Croix River or the Namakagon. And it wasn't always voluntary. Sometimes I just fell in or capsized in the kayak. Oh, some good stories. I'll tell them eventually. That was a different life. It really was. I don't remember exactly a lot of things, but I remember the events, I guess, the sequences of things that happened, but I don't remember exactly what I thought about them and how I felt about them. As a different person. I just remember being there, but not really in control, just kind of witnessing from behind. So, I don't know. Haven't decided how to think about it. I don't think there's a good way. Again, it's like impersonating the person that I used to be. That I can never be that. Well, no, that person's just gone. They left the building. So it's like that's probably one of the reasons why it's very uncomfortable for me to be around people that used to know me, is because I am not who they got to know. It would be a complete reintroduction. They would have to get to know me all over again, because there's some stuff that's still the same. I remember stuff, but what I think about it, how I feel about it, it's all different. So anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about at all, I don't think. I mostly just wanted to check in. And yeah, that was about it. I had a good run. It was nice weather. And I did, was thinking about wanting to be able to, wishing I had a way to communicate. Maybe this will just have to do. Take care, be safe, have fun. And I hope that communicates somehow. And of course, I still don't really know much. Maybe I'm supposed to, but don't. It kind of makes sense if, cause it's like, well, if, but it makes sense if I am and have been intermittently at least, but now kind of settled as to be like partially, but maybe it makes sense. Whereas if there was a completely random, to me, random person unknown that I have no clue about and have never seen or witnessed, or they've just been completely in the shadows, completely off the radar, unless there's another person out there, it's like, man, I would take some getting, I would have to get over that. I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't be happy. But how much about everything, I'm happier overall. So, and it's not about me. I get to have my say and my feelings and my thoughts and all that stuff. That's fun stuff. But everybody's got a choice, so I don't get to make anybody else's choice for them. So it's like the same goes for me. So, and if there was another person, I'd be like, well, I would just be so shocked. But so I guess it's possible. I mean, in a world of infinite possibilities, there could just be a person that's just, I don't know. There are different forums, different platforms, and communications, and it's like I'm barely on the radar myself as far as like what's going on and what's happening on a day-to-day basis. As far as anything really, I'm barely in the loop. So it's like I'd like to know more, but I guess I know exactly as much as what I'm supposed to, or something. I'm not sure at this time. And as far as like tomorrow, it's like I'm just kind of resigned to, because there are other things going on that need their attention. I don't want them preoccupied and thinking about anything other than what they have to do. Focus on the activity and be safe and concentrate and have fun and just be safe. So, and I figure they've gotten along fine for, that's what I always think. People, before I meet them, people were doing whatever they did just fine without me. And if anything, me being around is a distraction. So I don't want to be a distraction, so I just back off. And it's not about me, it's about this foundation and raising money for a good cause and awareness of injustice and social inequality and things like that. I mean, there's just so much. You just pick a cause and you get to devote your entire life to it, and you'd never see it to completion because there'd always just be more to do, and there's just that's a whole different thing. But anyway, it's like, Alcoholics Anonymous. It's like, yeah, choose your own adventure as far as like, do you want to do that? Or, it's like, I could devote my entire life to it and really just, but I don't want to. It's not my thing. And it's really, there are, for me, I consider there are more pressing issues than alcoholism. That, I mean, that feels kind of, whereas like there's a whole world of like problems. And yeah, I sure might be able to help out a few alcoholics, maybe, a few, maybe, who knows, those ripple effects as far as like I help out a couple people and they help out a couple people and they help out a couple people. But if we don't have a place to live, then what good does it do? We don't have clean water, we don't have clean air. It's like having, I don't know. It's a complicated thing, and I don't need to solve it right now. I just wanted to say hi. So, hi. And, yeah. And, I am a little worried, but I know it'll be okay. Mostly about the swim, because I just don't know much about it. And it's like the currents, and is there undertow, and what's in the water? Jellyfish? Oh my gosh. What kind of jellyfish? So, anyway. So, I hope, and I'll be waiting to get the news, first-hand report of what it was like, what happened, and how you're feeling about it now. And we'll go from there, I guess. It's not about me, I know. But I'd like a little bit of it to be. So, we're working on it. I think, maybe. I'm not sure. So, I'm still kind of the opinion that I don't know. I've got a lot of opinions, and that maybe there was just too much attention. And it's just like, it's easier to just, I don't know what's going on, but if you're just getting too much attention, unwanted attention, it's just easier to say, in a relationship, stop attacking, stop bombarding with all sorts of this, that, and the other. It's like, I'm in a relationship, that the end, leave me alone. And yeah, and people can ask questions about who is it, and what do they like, and all that sort of stuff, and it doesn't need answered. Whatever answers they get, that's going to have to be sufficient. And it's not, it doesn't necessarily have to do anything with me. I could just be a convenient understudy. I fit the description of who it could be. But there's only one person that really knows what's going on. And I don't know. Somehow I am involved. I don't know how. Even if I'm just a representation of the idea or something, maybe. That might even be giving myself too much credit as far as embodiment. Embodiment of the representation of the image of the idea, beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I play along, and I talk back, and I write, and I communicate, or I try to. And so it's like, I didn't mean to take over. and I don't want to replace. But if there is an emptiness and there is a vacuum, and there is a want and a desire or a need or a wish or a dream, I am here. And I'm not really, I'm doing whatever it is I do. And I'm, so, and I will get by or do whatever or do something different. Should something else happen, I'll just, go do something else. But for this time period, I am available, I am accessible, and yeah, so. I'm very curious to see what happens next. And it might be nothing, and it might be extremely confusing, or melodramatic, or for all I know, the next video or next writing could include pictures of someone with somebody else, and it's like, oh, this is the person that I've been talking about this entire time. He's come back, or they've come back from wherever they were, and I would just be like, okay, well, I was just, whoa. So, but if like, well, good. Good. That narrative is now complete, and I hope it works out. And okay. So I'll be going on in my own way now. Excuse me. Don't mind me. So I don't think that's going to happen, but it's possible. There's lots of things I don't know. So as soon as I start assuming that I know all there is to know, then, oh, I'm in trouble. So anyway, I think by now that they at least know what I know, or they know what I don't know, or they know that I don't know what I know. So they know I'm either very exactly correct or very exactly wrong. And I would hope that I would have been corrected by now, so I wouldn't be emotionally traumatized when the truth is revealed. It's not a demand that I'm placing on the truth being how it is I expect it to be, or want it to be, or wish it to be. It's just more about, like, it's at least to me, it's like I've just put it out there that I think something, and I haven't been corrected. If anything, it's almost been encouraged. So, as far as, like, it might just be that I'm seeing patterns that I want to see, and also styles of writing. It's like, I recognize that style, or I recognize that phrasing, or that way of saying things, because I know I borrow some of their ways of saying things. So I like to think that I'm seeing the same thing, that I can see that, oh, well, that was a word I used, for the first time ever a week ago, and then I see it. So it's like, is it maybe just because they saw me use it, and they use it, or I see, like, a certain way of saying something, and it's like, oh, then I see, and maybe they've used it before and I just never noticed it or something, or they used it a long time ago and they're using it again. But I'd like to see them. Maybe I don't know. Somehow I'm involved, or I don't know. But I don't know. And I'm not devoting too much of my time to it. I don't know. I think that might be like a worry that I'm too preoccupied. It's like, no, I do other things. It's just this is pretty much the topic when I'm here, kind of, sort of. So, but I'm not actively, you know, I don't have like much of a social circle or anything that, and no one knows about this. So it's very anonymous, and it's just very strange. But it makes sense enough to me, I guess. I just can't imagine if it's actually like exactly kind of what I think it and kind of what I hope is actually what is going on, I will be like so surprised. And it would take some getting used to accepting that, okay, so this was, because I would just have to look at everything all over again, kind of. It's like, and just, but that's just fantastic. So, I mean, that's part of it. I don't think this sort of thing could ever be replicated or duplicated. So it's like very important. That's one of the reasons why it was very important for me to document this. And even if it turns out that I'm completely wrong, and it's just, I've still got the story of like why I was thinking what I was thinking and how it developed and changed and moved along and then came back and went away and got to be where it is right now. It's like I've got this little living archive along to complement the other writings. This is much more animated, and yeah, you can, there's energy, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I guess I should go. I need to go to sleep. But I really just wanted to say, take care, be safe, have fun, and don't worry about me. But I'll worry about you a little bit. I know you don't like to be a person that gets worried about, but still, I think everybody likes to have people worry about them a little bit. Even me, even though it's kind of annoying, but even I can get over myself a little bit, just a little bit. Like, yeah, people care. Dang it, people care. They're jerks. So, anyway, I guess that's all I got. I should go. I don't want to go, but I'm going to go. And I'm not going anywhere. But I'm going to stop recording. I'm going to stop talking. And I'll probably go to sleep. And yeah, go from there. Okay, I'm going to go. Bye.